evening, Leroy. Are you still a fan or no?
Yeah. No, yes.
Oh,
No, yes.
I was like, wow, the intro took you
my
1
mind
week and you already hate it. Wow.
Oh, no, I love
Okay.
it. I love it.
That would, I will admit, that would have hurt a little bit. Like,
No, I love it.
already.
I love it. Sorry,
Okay.
we had breaking news tonight. I don't know if you're aware because you've been busy all night tonight.
Okay. I saw, is this about what happened at the Pirates, right?
Yes.
I saw a headline, but I know nothing more than that.
A fan jumped
really?
Fell. From the video, it looks like he jumped from the Roberto Clemente wall, which is about 21 feet up in the air. Happened in the 7th inning of tonight's Cubs-Pirates game, and he fell like a rag doll. It is pretty graphic. And I don't know if he was, because the Pirates made a big play that helped them take the lead, which would eventually give them the win. But I don't know if he was like jumping up as a way of trying to celebrate and just lost his balance or what. But he went down like a heap, and the game was delayed for about 20 minutes while they carried him off on a stretcher.
Wow, that's terrible. I saw a headline that came across, and that's all I saw, and it I didn't read any further into it.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
Well, how are you doing?
But other than that, I've had a pretty good week this week. Things are going well. We had obviously the NFL had their draft in Green Bay, which reminds me to my hand got tired. My hand got tired, Sam. My hand got tired. You know why? From all the middle fingers I was giving to.
Here's the thing. Next year, that'll be me. It's in Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh next year, so we'll be in that same realm where I just am going to hate every single second of this entire thing. And yeah, no, I don't know. It's
I get the rivalry, but my goodness, like, do we have to? Do we really have to?
But Green Bay is an elite city, Ellis.
Oh, there's our Packers fan. That's Sarah. That's our Packers fan right there.
Sarah is now Ella?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's her.
Zucked?
Yep. That's her.
Your resident Zucker, I guess. It's been a while since you've gotten. How long? Your dad, though, has been out of trouble in a while. Now that I'm thinking about it,
he's been quiet. But you know what? I think my dad got. You know you know they banish you to the bottom of the feed.
Mm-hmm.
I think my dad got banished to the bottom of the feed because I don't see. I don't see.
You must be lucky because I still see all of old Dave Clamola's rants and ramblings. Oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I don't see any of his stuff.
Oh, yes, I absolutely have seen all of his rants and ramblings. So not that your dad would ever rant about anything. I mean, if there's one thing your dad loves, it's politics.
Right.
And he loves it's amazing. He loves both parties equally. Loves them both and would never complain about the party, a different side or anything like that.
Oh,
It's honestly impressively right. Give him props the next time you see him.
It's refreshing.
It is. It absolutely is. But yeah, the draft happened over the weekend, and how many picks did you watch?
I watched opening night, so round 1, and I watched part of round 2, and that was it.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I kept up with it. I kept up with for whatever reason, NFL Network was really delayed because my messenger was popping with like who got picked long before NFL Network showed me who got picked. Really? So, but I was keeping track of what was going on. My daughter had a band concert that I had to attend on Friday, so I missed a lot of night 2. And the Bears didn't have a pick in round 3, so I missed a little bit of that. And I work racetrack, but I did keep up with what was going on with it. So they signed, or their first round pick was Colston Loveland, correct? Correct. It was good. And your reaction is? It was either Loveland or Warren. And again, they tried to move up they tried to take the Giants pick to get Ginty. Giants said absolutely not. So, I mean, I think he's going to be all right. I think Loveland's a good pick. He's a great, he's a big sized tight end. who plays a lot like a wide receiver, which plays perfectly into Ben Johnson's role of what Ben Johnson wants to do. 2 tight end sets, more weapons for Caleb. But, I'm fine with that. They're going to spend the rest of their time comparing Warren and Loveland. Those two will get compared until they both retire or they both are done with football. No, I was all right with the pick. Let's just put it this way: they could have picked way worse than Loveland.
What would have been the pick then when it went on the board that you would have been upset about?
Like somebody defensive. I really wanted to go offensive with that first pick, whether it was somebody from the line or whether it was somebody from. No, Paul, I don't think so. I don't know. There's so many. My biggest worry now, and I can't believe I'm even saying this. My biggest worry now is how many weapons the Bears have that you're going to get some upset people who feel that they don't get the football enough. That's my honest worry about the Bears, which, again, I can't even believe that I'm saying that because for the longest time, you all know, Bears didn't have a single weapon on that offensive line other than maybe one wide receiver, and that was it. So it's nice to have some weapons. I joked with a friend of mine who's also a diehard Bears fan that so we're going to lose games 41-38 now because we just don't have a defense worth anything. But, if we're losing games 41-38, I can't be too upset with that.
Coming from somebody who has had his team been losing that way for quite a bit now, especially last year, it's not very fun. It'll absolutely it'll take its toll on you. It'll take its toll. There's no question. Because the Bengals defense, listen, we've talked about it a lot. Not great. We lost 8
straight, Sam. We lost 8 straight.
Well, and the Bengals did what they love to do, and that's the old, here we come. We're so close. Let's win a couple, but we're not actually going to make the playoffs. Just so much fun. So much fun. Matt Forte was the best weapon the Bears have had in a long time, Paul says.
Correct.
I don't disagree.
Correct.
I'm just going to move over here. I got to turn my fan on. It's gotten a little warm here in my office. As soon as I turn this light on, I forgot to turn my fan on. And we're in this weird scenario too, where I'm trying not to keep my AC on all the time just because, well, frankly, I'm the one that pays the bill on it. But at the same time, it's starting to get a little toasty in here. If you know,
we also have storms going on right now. So if I lose power, I will get on my phone.
So I asked Mick about this a couple of weeks ago when there was a storm ripping through him when we were recording Jungle Juice. If I see in the background a tornado coming, do I warn you or do I just let it happen?
Oh.
Do I keep the show going or do we stop? Okay.
We don't stop the show for nothing. The show must go on.
You're just going to be there blown away by the tornado. And I guess I'll have to call Paul or something and be like, Paul, come join the show. We're going to need you.
My boss is a little eccentric. And Sam knows I've told stories about
a little.
A lot. My boss is very eccentric, and we always joke that because he loves to be the Walter Cronkite of weather. I don't know who the Walter Cronkite of weather is, but he sees himself as
Al Roker.
Yes. To the point that we joke that a tornado would take the building, and he'd still be holding onto the microphone like, and make sure you're getting the safety right. Like nobody can hear you, bro. No one can hear a word you're saying.
Well, see, what's really funny is when I started working here, I started here, I think on a Tuesday. We'll just say that Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. And that Saturday or that Friday, I don't remember which one, we had a nasty storm come through. And I remember them being like, hey, we might have to go to the station because that's something that we do. We've never done it. We've never, not once, done live. We've done some with snow and so on, but never once since that point.
Yep. There's breaking. And what's funny is, so he not vacations. He goes down to Florida. He's a snowbird, so he does half of his job from Florida. But he gets weather reports. So when he thinks there's a big storm coming, he will call us and be like, hey, you need to get on the radio, or you need to get on the radio and tell everyone the storm's coming. And he did it one time where he filled in from Florida. And he's all like, and I know it's raining heavily outside. We all look outside. It's sunny out. There's nothing coming down at all. Please stop giving weather reports if you're not actually here. Please stop giving weather reports.
Oh, that makes it fun, though, right? It's just assuming. It might be rainy. I don't really know, it is what it is kind of thing. But I mean, for the Bengals in the draft, I don't remember if I called it on the show or not, but I remember saying that if I mentioned that the one guy that I didn't want them to pick.
I heard a stream.
It
was faint. It was faint, but I heard it.
Yeah. Shamar Stewart was the Bengals selection.
I immediately messaged you to check up on you and make sure you were okay.
And I think I responded. I think it was a little bit before I responded, but I did. And, I mean, with Shamar Stewart, he is such a polarizing guy because his athleticism, a 10.0 athletic on this RAS score, which combines your 40-yard dash, your 20-yard dash, your height, your weight, all of the different things. You got a 10.0. I think it's something like only 7 players in the history of the NFL draft have gotten a 10.0. So, I mean, you're looking at this. But Leroy, you only had 2 less sacks than him last season.
Hey, good stuff, Paul.
Yeah, he was messaging me about that. So let's ask you this right here. So he got into a tiebreaker, and the last question was, how many combined passing and rushing yards did the Atlanta Falcons have last year? What would have been your guess?
Say it again. How many combined what?
Passing and rushing yards did the Atlanta Falcons have?
Passing and rushing yards?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to sound like an idiot.
Have you listened to this show before? I mean,
5,200.
5,200. That's not a bad guess. I think Paul said the answer was something like 5,800 or something, but Paul's guess was somewhere in that range. Paul will have to remind me. He was messaging me about this last night. The person he was going up against guessed like 9,000 or something. And so Paul clearly won.
You got to figure, right?
About 4,000 passing yards.
4,000 passing yard mark, right? Like that's the big number. 4,000.
They have a good running back, so you're thinking probably about 1,500 rushing.
1,500. Yep, and that's 54, 55. Yeah.
And I think it was like, Paul might know the answer off the top of his head. I think it was like 5,800 or something like that. Speaking of Paul, too, really quick, we will bring his stat of the week since it kind of fits in just since we're talking about him. And both of them are Reds related. And Leroy, I have not, he guessed 8,300 and was a Falcons fan. Yeah, that's not even remotely close. The Falcons would have been an elite offensive team.
Well, and I got a good trivia question yesterday that popped up. 40-year-olds with most receiving yards in the NFL. Hey, did you see this?
It went one in. It went in one ear and out the other. If I'm being honest.
40-year-olds with the most receiving yards.
Oh gosh,
above the age of 40.
Is T.O. on that list?
He is not.
I don't even know.
So Jerry Rice.
Yep.
2,509. Huh?
And Tom Brady?
Yes, Tom Brady with 6.
That's funny. And see, I couldn't remember how old T.O. was when he ended up retiring. Paul's stat of the week, though.
Mercedes Lewis also has 2, by the way. Mercedes Lewis is 2.
His stat of the week, on June 8th of 1934, the Cincinnati Reds became the first Major League Baseball team to travel to a game by airplane when they journeyed to Chicago. Manager Bob O'Farrell and 19 players flew to Chicago, some said, in a bid to distract attention from their last place standing. And of course, the Reds then beat the Cubs that day 4-3.
Absolutely.
You were there that day, were you not?
I was. It was a sunny afternoon.
Okay, Randy.
Wind was coming in off the lake, and I bought myself a nice, tall, cool Budweiser, and
for 15 cents, probably
15 cents, and a pack of cigarettes for $2. Because back then you could smoke in the stadium.
And then your second one is a Joey Votto stat, which I'm always here for. On August 27th, 2017, Joey Votto saw 43 pitches without an official at-bat. In a game against the Pirates, Votto walked on 11 pitches in his first plate appearance, then 11, then 9, then 6, then 6 again. A quick scan of Votto's box score would have made it seem that he didn't play at all. 0, 0, 0, 0. 43 pitches.
43.
Love it. Love it. Love it. But back to Shamar Stewart. You know, this is going to be one of these picks, Leroy, that in 5 years. In fact, you could even set a reminder in 2030. God, 20. How does that make you feel that 5 years is 2030?
Shut up.
I mean, we are right now almost closer to 2050 than we are to 2000.
Shut up.
I mean, 2050. I'll be 53 years old.
The last person the NFL just drafted the last person born in 1999.
Well, who was I talking to? I was talking to one of our crew members, and I made like a movie reference or something, and I think it might have been about the movie Cars. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like 2005, 2006 or something, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, great movie." I was like, "What have you never?" And they're like, "Yeah, I've seen Cars." I was like, "Wait a second, that movie came out before you were born," and I was like, "Oh, my knee hurts. Oh God, oh!" Like I watched that movie all the time growing up.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't remember if it was Cars, but it was some movie like that came out in like 05, 06, and then it set in that I was like, you weren't even born yet. That makes me feel incredibly old. But the Shamar Stewart thing is in 5 years. So in 2030, when, you know, I'll be 33, God, old. And you will be, 63?
Older.
Mm-hmm. How old will you be? I don't even know how old you are. 43? Is that right?
82, so 40, 40?
43. So you'll be 43 this year. 43. So you're 42. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And what is the age that you get that you stop remembering how old you are? And I feel is it 21?
No. For me, it was like 30, 38, 39.
Because I even
40,
now
40 I was good. When I was 40, I was good.
Ooh,
and then like
2004.
40, 41, it was 41, 42. I was like, I don't know. I feel 35 some days and I feel 55.
Well, see,
some
even
days.
now, like people will ask me, how old are you? And I'm like, how old am I? Carry the one. Like, how old am I? I'm like 28. So now I'm just like, I'm in my late 20s. I'm almost 30 because, you know, by definition, 28 is almost 30, is it not? I'm almost 30.
It is. Yes, it is.
I am a very, very old man. After 40, I quit keeping up. Paul, I kept keeping up once I turned 21 because I was like, once I turned 21,
all those.
What do I get to look forward to after that?
27 lower insurance rates.
That's not worked for me. Not worked for me at all.
Well, stop getting into accidents and you won't have that problem.
It's been 6 years. It'll be 6 years in June. But still, back to Shamar Stewart, since I keep getting distracted. In 5 years, so in 2030,
yes,
this is going to be something that we say either when I bring up Shamar Stewart, you're either going to say,
"Oh, that was a horrible pick."
Who? Or you're going to be like, how in the hell did the Chicago Bears pass on him? You know, or 16 other teams pass on him. I don't think he is going to be a guy that is I'm trying to think of who is an average NFL pass rusher. You know, just an average guy. I think he is going to be so boomer bust. And what worries me is I don't think the Bengals are in the position to take a guy that is a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
And that's what worries me. And it's going to be one of these things like he said all the right things. I don't know. It just
mostly the Bengals didn't even talk to him.
No, that's not true. That's not true. He did, and it was on, and then everybody was getting mad at him for, like, how do you forget? It's like that's during the combine where they do literally like 30 interviews in 12 hours.
I can't remember. Like you remember all the places you've applied to this last year?
I haven't done many, so.
Oh,
but
gosh, I don't.
You probably don't even remember all the ones you've applied to the last week, have you?
No.
You're going to get an email one of these days, be like, hey, Leroy, we're from WXPI.
We'd love to. No, they won't even say that. It'll just say, we'd love to have you. Give me a call.
I'm in. And you know, his name's gonna be like Bill Johnson, or something. It's like
normal, standardized. I can't get a Shamir or anything like that. I gotta get the most normal job or normal name offered ever, man.
Paul hasn't applied for a job since 2002. Things have changed just a little bit. Just a little bit that they've changed.
Gosh, I was 1 year out of high school.
Do you want to know how old I was?
Yes, we know. You were 3.
I was 5. It was 5 in 2002. I was 5 years old.
Overall, though, for the rest of your draft, how do you feel overall you did as a draft? Did you get the pieces you felt wanted?
Not entirely. Mick and I on Jungle Juice had a lot of discussions on this because we disagreed. I would have liked a pass rushing interior defensive lineman. He had disagreed. They didn't do that. And then they didn't draft anything in the secondary. And that worries me a little bit. I wanted one piece. I wanted one piece in there. Paul says the Cowboys sucked at the draft like always.
Well,
I mean, nothing new there. Nothing new there. Are you happy?
You know what? I really wanted a running back. And we did draft running back in the 7th round, but let's face it. I mean,
what running back did they take? I don't even remember.
I don't even know. Hold on.
Here, I'll pull it up while you talk.
Yeah, but overall, I felt it was okay. I think they reached for who'd they reach
so the Bears
for?
draft class was Colston Loveland, Luther Burden. That's a hell of a pick. Ozzie Trepolo. I like him. Shamar Turner. Ruben Hypolite the second. I know that apparently I think was the big reach.
Yes, Ruben was
Zay Frazier. I like him from UTSA. Yeah. Luke Newman. I don't know anything about them. Oh, they got Kyle Monungai from Rutgers.
Yes, Monungai. Who apparently is super
really. Yes, in fact, let me pull up my Jungle Juice notes because there was a story about him that I remember when we were doing our draft preview. Let's see if I can find it really quick about Monungai.
The Falcons didn't do bad, and the Eagles still somehow sneak under the radar and grab all of these top O-line and D-line guys, man. The Eagles did it again this year where they snuck in and grabbed a bunch of good picks.
So Kyle Monungai, his family is from Cameroon.
Okay.
And his nickname is The Matrix. The Matrix, because he has the ability to run through the tackles. So I knew that there was some aspect to that. The Matrix, Kyle Monungai. I'm getting a message from your wife now. Your wife is sending me a photo on Facebook. Should I be concerned?
I think you got to share it with the class.
Oh boy.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, now I'll just pull it up on I don't know what this is. See, I don't share my screen because I don't want to find fingers on my in fact, I hadn't asked Paul about that anymore. Go Cubs, Steven says.
That's right. Go Cubs.
I saw Steven a little bit earlier, and he was making a comment saying I just got it. So sorry, I'm now getting distracted. Oh, she's sending me a picture of her sending me the picture. Thank you, Christy.
17-12 against teams over 500.
I just got a message request on Facebook from the Joe Burrow supportive team, Leroy. Shall we see what this is?
Oh,
hello,
we should.
Sam. Hello, Sam. This is Joe Burrow's supportive team. I mean, listen, I have to believe it, right?
Talking crap about Joe.
Yes. In fact, oh boy, they sent it. When did they send? They sent this last Thursday, 11:30. Oh boy.
How did you miss this?
Oh boy, I've missed his supportive team.
You could have made millions, I say.
I'm sorry, Joe. Braves are getting close. But
Bro,
Steven made a point to me.
The Rockies today. Shut up. You couldn't even beat the Colorado Rockies.
Hey. It's okay. Steven, though, was making a comment to me. He's like, yeah, I saw some graphic of teams that played a winning record or, all that or some. And I said, no, I was going to message it to Leroy. I was like, oh, guess who already posted it like 4 times already? I was like, oh, he already did. Yeah, you better believe it.
That's right.
And Steven goes, I'm sure he made it, didn't he? I was like, if he knew how to make graphics, he probably would have. He knew how to make it. He probably would have.
Yes.
You ready for Now Here's a Guy?
What's
You
that?
want to do that now? Or actually, no, you got some tidbits, and then we'll do now. Here's a guy.
Okay, and then I'll have my my
Oh,
name.
or do you want to do your thing? Yeah. You can do your thing now too.
All right,
I forgot about that.
We'll do our name that player. This guy has a
number.
This guy has a birthday on Saturday.
I'm going to send Steven your phone number, Leroy.
Okay.
2013 World. Oh God, who won the 2013 World Series? Oh my. Oh, see, I'm so bad at this. Because if it was an even year, I would have known. Because that's when the Giants went. What they went 10, 12, 14,
so,
right?
Well, let's talk it out. Right, Cubs won in 16, Royals won in 15,
Giants in 14.
Giants in 14.
Is this the Red Sox?
Ah.
I thought it was Red Sox. So Red Sox 40. Is that a red on there? 34? Is that the Reds 34?
It is not. It is the Red Sox 34.
Oh gosh. And 46. I am so bad at this. Only a 2-time All-Star though. So I assume is that Marlins?
It is. He started his career with the Marlins. Give me a second here.
Marlins.
Yes. I'll tell you everything here. Hold on. Yep, he turns 47 on May 3rd. He turns 47 on May 3rd.
That's my dad's birthday. So I should know this.
Time. Oh, you're right. You're right. That is a Reds. He spent time with the Marlins, Reds, Cubs, Rangers, Red Sox.
Reds number 34. When was he a Red? No, okay, it's not John Lester because John Lester was never a Red.
From 02 to 03. Marlins, Reds, Cubs, Rangers, Red Sox.
Oh, boy. I got nothing on this one. When you tell me, I'm going to kick myself.
He was an All-Star in 2008 and an All-Star in 2000. Boy, what a weird. He finished 6th in Cy Young votes in 08 for the Cubs.
So
did horrible in the playoffs, though. My goodness.
Pitcher for the Cubs. Leroy threw me off saying Red Sox.
Sorry. It was Reds. I'm sorry, Paul. 18.6 career WAR, 132 wins, 133 losses, and a 4.35 ERA.
A starter?
Yes.
Oh, he has to be a starter then with that record.
Yep.
Starter on the 2002-2003 Reds. God.
For the Reds, he was 5-5 in 02 and 3-7 in 03.
Okay, so he didn't pitch a lot for the Reds. Oh gosh. I don't know.
This is Ryan Dempster.
Oh, it is Dempster, isn't it? I don't remember Dempster on the Red Sox.
That's because he was only there for half a year at the very, very end of his career.
Sam was in diapers. I was in 2002. I was out of my diapers in 2002. I was. It was close. But I think I was potty trained by the time I was 5. At least I hope so.
All right. You want tidbits?
Hit me.
MLB playoff update for you. If the playoffs started today, Cubs would play the Reds. Cubs would play the
smoke.
Cubs would play the Reds. The winner would play the Dodgers. Padres would play the Giants. Winner would play the Mets. Red Sox would play the Mariners. Winner would play the Yankees. And Astros would play the Guardians. Winner would play the Detroit Tigers, who Javi Baez hit a grand slam today. Tigers might be the most surprising team on that list of as far as teams that are on top. What about you? What team is that surprised you this first month of baseball?
Padres. They're playing really well. Mets. I mean, I think just like more that's just because the Mets seem to always Met.
I still expect them to Met at some point this year.
And it's probably going to happen. Yes, Dempster did have the weird glove movement. Yeah, he twisted his glove. Good memory, Steven. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, he did have to. And that was to deceive. I remember, wasn't it?
Something he picked up in Little League that he kept doing for the rest of his life.
Don't you love those little things? Love those little things. It was like, I remember Johnny Gomes for the Reds would always blow in his glove before he would, like, after every swing, and do that. No, like he would open it up and like blow inside of it and
Okay.
Yeah.
Reds, Cubs, Dodgers, Mets, Padres, Giants, Red Sox, Mariners, Yankees, Tigers, Astros, Guardians.
Okay, keep going.
All right, next up. WNBA preseason starts May 2nd. I got told that this morning at 7 a.m. by my wife, who is very, very excited for this year.
Do you have Georgia Amore on your list then to talk about?
Tore ACL, yes. I was told that too.
I hated hearing that.
Mike Trout got injured.
Is that just a hotkey that you have playing?
That's just every. He played all 29 games so far. So Rockies snap an 8-game losing streak with a win. They're 5th. They avoid tying MLB's worst 30-game start. Do you know which team that was?
Was it the Whites? It wasn't the White Sox last year, was it?
It was not.
Was it like the Spiders or something, like going back to like
1988 Baltimore Orioles?
Oh, I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
They lost at least 26 of their first 30 games. Rockies hit an 8-game losing streak. Brenton Doyle hit a tie-breaking home run off of Chris Sale in the third inning of a 2-1 win over the Atlanta Braves on this afternoon. New York Jets backup quarterback Jordan Travis retiring from football, having never played it down in the NFL. Travis suffered a gruesome leg injury in 2023 for then undefeated Florida State. Announced Wednesday that his surgically repaired left leg is not fully recovered, and he has decided to walk away based on advice from his doctors. Jeff Spurbeck, longtime friend of John Elway, passed away from injuries suffered when he fell off a golf cart being driven by Elway. Spurbeck was 62, fell off in his head on some asphalt. Didn't wake up. Jeff Ulbrich apologized publicly Wednesday for the leak of Shedeur Sanders' private phone number and his son, using it to prank call the quarterback during the draft. The NFL fined the Falcons $250,000 and Ulbrich himself $100,000 in response to the situation. Several players have come forward this year to say that they were also pranked. What were your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders this year, Sam?
Like, you feel when guys start to drop like that, you do begin to feel bad for them. You know?
I was just tired of hearing the media circus. I wanted him drafted so I could stop hearing about it.
Like, I felt bad for him. But it's hilarious that he goes to the Browns, who now have 94 quarterbacks. Like, the Browns never have any quarterbacks, and now they have 5.
Somebody posted the Falcons. Somebody posted the Family Guy video where they all put their hands in, and it's all the different quarterbacks. And Seamus puts his like wooden leg in, and they're like pushed away. It was Deshaun Watson. Like,
I'm always here for Deshaun Watson slander, and yeah, like you feel bad for him, but at the same time, I don't know.
To me, Shedeur doesn't care about football. He's there because he's good. And that's I think what worries a lot of teams. You've got guys that have great drives to play football. And you see it in any job, right? Any industry, they're going to have people that have a bigger drive than others do. And I just wonder if Shedeur has that drive, or if it's more of daddy saying, hey, you're going to play football and you're going to do this and you're going to like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Dyson Daniels led the NBA in steals while making dramatic improvements in scoring, rebounds, and assists for the Atlanta Hawks. Was voted NBA's most improved player today. In Xfinity news, Connor Zilish out due to a bad back from a Talladega crash. Kyle Larson is going to take his spot. WKU beat UK in baseball 6-4.
They did.
I'm here for WKU news.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, I didn't know if that was how you were ending it or what with this. Paul says he's a go-getter. Some don't like it, but that's how I am. Can't help it. Yeah, we're all the same.
You've been there since 2002. I would imagine you're a go-getter.
Either that or not at all. Okay, it's time for Now Here's a Guy. This is our new segment replacing logos. So I have pictures of 4. We're going to stick with baseball this week, and I'm going to tell you again what the theme is. So the theme is these are guys who have played for both the Reds and the Cubs. But all of their pictures are in Reds jerseys.
Is it Ryan Dempster?
It is not Ryan Dempster. It is not Ryan Dempster, but that is one. That is one that we can do. Okay. Yes, it was a long lightning delay in that game last night between WKU and UK. Okay. Would you like 1, 2, 3, or 4 first?
I'll go with 3.
Number 3 is his first one. Who is this? Former Red / former Cub.
Former Cub?
He was a former Cub.
Oh my goodness. Who is that?
This guy played for a lot of teams. In fact, now I'm curious as how many teams he did play for. I got to look this up here. He played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams. 10 teams. Okay, he played for the Phillies twice. I'll even tell you that. Played for 10 different teams in his Major League Baseball career.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, he only made the All-Star game once, and it was with the Cubs.
You know, it's impressive when you can play for 12 years and only make the All-Star game once.
Oh, he played for a lot longer than that. He played for let's see, does it say how many years he played with?
Longevity, man.
Yeah, he played for 15 seasons.
Okay.
15 seasons.
That's great. That's crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome. The guys that just play forever, that you're like, really?
Now here's a guy. Do you know who this is?
I do not.
You do not. Let's see. I have a comment here. Christy says he's cute. Leroy, you should be worried about Marlon Byrd.
Oh, I didn't even recognize him.
Marlon Byrd.
Marlon Byrd holds the record for longest home run hit at Wrigley Field.
Really? Okay.
He hit one 505. He landed one on the roof of the apartment from left field. And Sam, you've been to Wrigley Field. You know how far that he landed on the roof. At I'm telling you, Marlon Byrd. That was Glen Allen Hill. Sorry, I got Glen Allenل and Marlon Byrd.
I'm looking on the Wikipedia, and it has nothing about this whatsoever. Okay.
But Marlon Byrd did do post-game show for the Cubs for a few years.
Paul, I thought you would have gotten Marlon Byrd. That was at least a name that was around for a while. Okay, one, 2, or 4. Okay, he is going. Wouldn't have gotten that. Paul says number 1. Oh, that is not number 1. There you go. Number 1. That one's number 1.
That's a pitcher.
This guy's a pitcher?
I think so.
Is he? You sure?
Go away. Go away. Go away.
Oh, you want? Okay, fine. I'll take him away. Okay.
No, don't.
You've seen enough of him. That's what you said. Put him back. This is a good one. Because this guy, I at least, really, I guess it's interesting. Wikipedia says he is a former American professional baseball player. He is an example of a baseball journeyman, is what it says. But what's interesting is I think of him as a Cub, but I see he only played 2 years for the Cubs. He's also a guy that played for a ton of different teams, though. 11 teams in 12 years.
Was he a manager or a coach at all?
Let's see.
Can you tell me that?
It does not say. If he is, it's not. He's an equipment representative for the Mariucci Bat Company. I know that might help you. That might help you, maybe.
Okay.
Steven guesses Robert Sargent. This guy was also a Brave.
Gosh, he looks really familiar. Go ahead. I don't want to take up a whole bunch of time.
He's a catcher. Paul Bacco.
Oh my gosh, that's a name I've not heard in forever, bro.
Paul Bacco. What's the next one here?
Flippin' Bacco too. Oh, God dang it. That's another one that looks really familiar.
I always loved this guy as a Red.
I'm going to be 0 for 4, man. 0 for 4.
Yeah, especially because you've seen the 4th one now. Paul Bacco, though. I wanted to have a Paul Bacco mention on this Yeah, there was photo credit. Yeah. Listen, Steven, we're not doing it. These are tough, Paul says. This guy, I think, only pitched for the Cubs and the Reds, though.
That's a slider he's throwing right there. Look at that grip.
Yep. His nickname, Big Smooth. Big Smooth. Yeah, literally only pitched for the Cubs and the Reds.
Go ahead.
Sean Marshall.
Oh, my gosh. He had quite a few years with the Cubs.
Yeah, he pitched for the Cubs from 2006 to 2011 and then got traded to the Reds, pitched for them from 2012 to 2014.
He lost a really, really important game against the Brewers. They lost a really important game that kind of cost us as far as...
He was dealt a loss on June 30th by the Milwaukee Brewers, lasting just 2 innings and gave up 7 runs.
Oh, yep. Good old Sean Marshall. Can't remember what the guy looks like. Can remember him absolutely sucking on the mound. All right,
Paul says make him a little harder. Okay. I mean, if that's what you want, Paul, if that's what you want to make him a little harder for the last one here.
Look at that 1984 Reds jersey.
I love these old Reds jerseys. See, I even was nice. I gave you a little bit of his last name in this picture.
Look at that. Wilson, O-N.
You know what? I'm even going to be so nice to tell you that is an O-N. This guy, I'm going to assume you do not know.
Steve Bedrosian.
Steve Bedrosian. He was a Cub in 1986 and a Red in 1987.
Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely going with Steve Bedrosian.
Would be by the name of Tito Francona. Terry Francona. Paul got it. That is Terry Francona.
Wow.
How about young Terry Francona?
So my buddy, who's an avid autograph collector, got Terry Francona's autograph at a Cubs game back when he played for the Cubs. And my buddy took the baseball and threw it down and said, "Terry, will you sign this?" So he throws the baseball down. Terry looks at it and he goes, "You've got Ernie Banks on this." "No, I'm not signing this. It'll bring the value down." And he threw the baseball back to my friend. He never signed it.
That's great. And Tito is very self-deprecating when it comes to things like that. Speaking of interactions with players, one of my favorite stories that I have, and I don't know that I've probably told you this story before, but I know I haven't told it on the pod before. But my friend and I, this was a while ago. We went to a Reds-Cardinals game in St. Louis. This is probably 2016, 2017, somewhere in that range. And we got tickets right behind the Reds bullpen. And we are sitting in there, and the Reds, they lost. It was 6-2, 6-1, something like that. They weren't very good that year, but we had fun. But Ted Powers, who is the Reds bullpen coach, it's probably the 3rd or the 4th inning. Obviously, the bullpen coach in the 3rd or the 4th inning is not doing a whole lot, because
especially back then.
Yeah, because you were letting starters go a lot longer. So you know what he was doing? He was literally sitting there. He had sunflower seeds out, and he was just flicking them at Cardinals fans. He was sitting there, and he'd sit there and aim, and he'd flick it and just, I don't know. It was the funniest thing. I ended up recording a video of it. I'll have to remind me after the show, and I'll send it to you. Just really funny. Yep, Ted Powers. He did pitch for the Reds, and he was their bullpen coach, and might even been their interim pitching coach for a time too.
There was a Cubs reserve pitcher. He's passed away now. His name was Kevin Foster. And Kevin used to sit, there was a little fridge that was filled with waters, and he would sit on top of the fridge and take a baseball and just throw it up. And that's all he would sit and just throw it up over and over again. And every once in a while, Harry Carey thought it was the funniest thing. So Harry Carey would often have the camera guys zoom over to see what Kevin Foster was doing. And There's one where, like, apparently the bullpen coach was like, Kevin, go in. And he was still sitting there going like this. You see the bullpen coach like, Kevin, like, you need to go get warmed up. Oh, okay. And Harry Carey thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever saw in his life.
Time for a little play clock segment. 40 seconds to answer a question the other person doesn't know anything about. Would you like to ask or answer?
I will go ahead and ask first.
Okay.
The Canadian Football League has a rule that if a missed field goal goes to the end zone, it counts as a point. So if it's a tie game, a missed field goal can win the game for the kicking team. Should the NFL implement this rule?
No. I think we're just going to take 40 seconds of silence. That's how stupid of a rule it is.
Hey, just because you hate CFL football.
I don't. I have nothing against it. Go Hamilton Tiger Cats, right?
By the way, did you know that they have a lock on Shedeur Sanders if he doesn't make training camp for the Browns?
Really? That does.
Yes,
funny.
yes.
That's
So
funny. I don't even need it.
Toronto Argonauts have a lock on Shedeur where they have exclusive signing rights with Shedeur if he doesn't get signed by.
You know what? I have here. Huh?
I had to restart.
I was restarting it to 40 because I didn't need the full 40 seconds to answer.
Okay.
Because there really wasn't. Yeah, no. I agree with what Paul said. We are too after this. I'm going to ask you the teams of the CFL, and I'm going to see if you can name their nicknames after this. Now I'm curious to see if you can. But I'm also genuinely curious how many of these I would know. I'm going to give you the city names, so we'll do that after we're done with this.
All right.
Gosh, I don't even know how many of these I would know. I'm looking at them right now.
I did.
Don't Google them right now.
I'm not.
Yeah, you did good with the WNBA. You did.
The WNBA.
Leroy, if animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
A cat. A cat.
Mm-hmm.
Cats are a-holes. And even when you think they like you, they really, really don't. The only one that I could see being an absolute prick would probably be like a badger or a wolverine, legit. Because wolverines are absolute jerks as well. But man, I got to go with like not like a lion or a tiger, like
house cat.
like an absolute house cat. House cats are the biggest.
Orange cat too.
Yeah. And where is Garfield, jerk? But yes, I am going hands down a house cat.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, Paul does make a good point. Chihuahuas are pretty big dicks too.
Mm-hmm. What about? Luke a Chihuahua.
Luke is a Jack Russell Min Pin Terrier.
But he's about the size of a Chihuahua, isn't he?
Size of a Chihuahua.
Yeah, he weighs about 3 pounds, and he runs the household.
Ornery old man.
Mm-hmm. Well, like father, like son, right?
Ah, well. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Who is the best sitcom parents?
Oh, God. I don't watch sitcoms to even have an answer for this. Gosh. Oh, man. Now I'm even trying to think of, is The Office a sitcom?
Yeah.
Jim and Pam?
Are they parents?
Yeah, they have Cece and then don't they also have a son later? Or what about in Parks and Rec, April and Ben? They're really good parents. They have the triplets. Listen, if you are a parent of triplets, you are doing something right, because you have like 14 kids, but they didn't come all at the same time.
I hate them all.
But yeah,
I got one sleeping right there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to say Uncle Phil, man. Or Red and Kitty.
Stevens is the Winslows from Family Matters. Yeah, I don't watch enough TV to have an answer to that.
Yeah, we know.
But see, also, we didn't really watch TV in my house growing up that much. If we did, it was a Kentucky game or something like that. Like, we didn't watch that. Peter and Lois. Don't think that's probably the answer. Leroy, who'd win in a fight, Superman or Batman?
Superman. Listen, all Superman has to do is take Batman out of the atmosphere, up into and pick him up, and that's it. All he's got to do is take him out of the atmosphere. he's won the fight. In reality, no. I mean, Batman's got a bunch of toys, right? Like Superman would absolutely beat Batman in a fight. The strength of Superman would easily win that stuff.
Who would you rather be?
Superman. What's that?
Who would you rather be?
Who would I rather be? Oh, Batman. Batman. All day.
You just want to be rich.
I want to be rich and have all the toys.
Yeah. Not a surprise from you whatsoever. Not a surprise. Yeah. I could have guessed that. Okay, are you ready to see how many CFL teams? Okay, there are 9 CFL teams. Would you even been able to tell me that?
No.
Of the 9, how many do you think you're going to get?
4.
That's exactly what I was going to guess. Okay. BC. What is BC's nickname? I guess I'm assuming that's British Columbia.
That's what their nickname is. British Columbia.
The British Columbia what?
No idea.
They are the Lions.
Okay.
0 for 1. Calgary.
Hitman.
Flames, right? Did I get that right?
Hockey, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Look at me. See, I know my hockey teams. The Stampeders. No?
Okay.
Edmonton.
Oilers. Wait, wrong sport.
Wrong sport.
Edmonton. See, Dan, this is why I need you on the show, you jerk.
You'd be making him so mad right now. He'd be getting so mad. It would be fantastic.
I know. Edmonton Grizzlies.
Elks. Saskatchewan.
Worth a shot. Prowlers.
No. The Rough Riders.
Saskatchewan Roughriders. Yep.
See, that one, I don't think I would have gotten that, but I think if you'd have given me like multiple choice, I'd have gotten it.
Yeah.
Winnipeg what? You're not getting this.
Go ahead.
The Blue Bombers. You wouldn't have gotten that. There would have been no way. Okay. Honestly, that's the West Division. I think the East is a little bit easier, if that makes you feel better.
Go.
0 for 5 right now.
Yep. Let's go.
Hamilton. This is one I would have gotten.
Boy, I suck at this. Hamilton what?
Tiger Cats.
Okay. All right. Yep,
I know that because their uniforms, I think, look like the Bengals. So I think that's
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Okay, this one. Montreal.
Alouettes.
Ottawa. I wouldn't have gotten this.
Aren't they like the Hornets or the Wasps or something?
Red Blacks.
Okay.
And Toronto.
Argonauts.
There you go. You got 2.
2.
I find that hilarious. Hilarious. Do you even know when the CFL season begins?
That was awful. Isn't it from like May through like August or something like that? June through like September?
June through October. So good job. And their Super Bowl is called what?
The Windsor Cup or the
Grey Cup.
Grey Cup.
Mm-hmm. The Grey Cup, and it's held in the middle of November. There you go. A little bit of trivia that you weren't necessarily expecting.
More CFL knowledge than you'll ever need to know right there in that little segment.
How about some brackets?
Yes, let's get to it. All right, we are reaching our next round here. And we've
Sweet
got
16, right?
We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 teams left. We will hit 8 of them, or 8 matchups. No, 4 matchups tonight.
Only doing half the Sweet 16 this week?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. The Red Sox come back from 3-0 versus the Yankees in the ALCS versus they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
I can't believe that one has made it as far as it is. It's the and I don't, this is a weak Sweet 16 matchup.
Yes.
I'm voting for the comeback though.
Are you?
I am.
I Dennis Green all day, man. 1-1.
Steven's voting for the Red Sox.
Steven is still mad over certain picks that were made during
And
week
Paul
1.
is voting for Dennis Green. So that means we have a tie right off the bat. So I guess we have to go to the old coin flip.
Red Sox are the higher seeds. Red Sox are the higher seeds, so they're number 1.
Okay, so the Red Sox are the heads. Right?
Yep.
Red Sox are heads. Okay. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Tails.
We let them off the hook. 3-2 in overtime.
I'm annoyed. I now know
Next
how
up,
Steven felt with the Dream Team.
Michael Jordan's final shot in a Bulls uniform wins the championship versus Tiger Woods finally wins the Masters again.
Tiger by 90.
Mind you, that's not Tiger's first. That's Tiger's after he got hurt. And
Yeah, this is Tiger 2019.
yes.
Yeah, Tiger.
Yes, and I'm voting Tiger as well.
Yeah. And go ahead and put Tiger in the Tiger beats the ever-loving snot out of Dennis Green in the next round. I swear, if anybody votes for let him off the hook over Tiger Woods, I might ban you from the show.
Whoa.
Is Christy allowed to do advertising now on this show? What's she doing, Leroy? Oh, we got
the show is brought to you by Christy's Crafty
Creations.
That's right.
She is.
Get your cups in the gear at Christy's Crafty Creations.
Are you serious? MJ just knocked out Tiger?
So it looks like, my friend. 3-2.
How did Michael Jordan? What? Christy, you get 1 vote. You don't get 2 votes. Oh.
All right. Next up, Jesse Owens wins 4 gold medals in track and field at the Berlin Olympics versus the butt fumble.
Jesse Owens. It's got to be Jesse Owens.
No, Christy. We've decided if you pay us $20, we'll advertise for your company. That's how this works, right, Sam?
She's giving me a cup. If it comes in the next week, I'll drink something out of it next week in the show as advertising.
Jesse Owens versus the butt fumble. That's where
I'm voting for Owens. Steven is voting for Owens. Paul is voting for the butt fumble. What are you voting for?
Butt fumble.
God. You all are just. What is this?
It's a big sports moment. It's still talked about to this day.
Jesse Owens in front of Hitler? Like, we're talking impactful.
You don't know what happened.
I wasn't there for the butt fumble either. I just watched it on TV.
Oh, gosh.
Christy probably doesn't even know what either one of these is.
I showed her the video for butt fumble, so.
Okay. Or Jesse Owens, one of the most impactful sports moments from the 1930s. You need to show me a video. What the heck a butt fumble is? Clearly, you did not. Either that or she ignored you, which is very possible, right? So I guess how about we flip it?
Flip the coin.
What is it?
Jesse Owens' heads.
Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Flipping. It's
Holy
heads.
cow.
It's heads. Thank
All
goodness.
right, Jesse Owens wins 3-2.
Jesse Owens. Okay, thank goodness. Whew! I was getting a little worried there. A little worried.
Next up, Michael Phelps wins a record 8 gold medals at the Beijing Olympics versus Lou Gehrig's farewell address. Lou Gehrig.
Ooh. Ooh.
Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig.
Ooh. I'll tell you, this is going to be my bias of actually watching Michael Phelps. Just because I remember that vividly in Beijing. And I remember, like, to do it, remember he had the one race where it was like 0.03 of a second or something.
Mm-hmm.
Steven is also voting for Michael Phelps. Paul, shockingly, could not care less about swimming, so he is voting for Lou Gehrig. So I think it means we're going to flip it, or Christy is going to break the tie, or we're going to have yet another coin flip. Is this the fourth one, or are you going into the fifth?
What?
How many? Is this our last one for today? Or did you do 5?
This is our last one for today.
Okay. I couldn't remember if this is the 4th or the 5th one. Okay.
It's our last one for today.
Christie's voting for Michael Phelps. Lou Gehrig is eliminated. God, Tiger got eliminated. I can't believe Tiger got eliminated. I cannot believe. Wow. That one just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Okay. So there we go. Next week, we'll have the remainder of the Sweet 16. And then I guess the week after that will be Elite 8.
So Phelps won? Is that it?
Yes, Phelps won.
Right?
Christie came in and voted for Phelps. Because apparently she loves herself some Michael Phelps.
So they are who we thought they were versus Michael Jordan, and Jesse Owens versus Michael Phelps.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so next week we'll have the remainder of the Sweet 16. All right, you got some autographs?
I do. Let's get to autographs for you. There's a theme this week. Let's see if you're able to figure out what the theme is for this week.
Probably not.
Oh, shoot. That's not what I want.
I thought you were about to just say a bad word. Paul does not like it if you swear. Okay? He's still in therapy for your so-called finger, and that's been like 2 years. Paul, I hope you're doing okay after your PTSD. I might be bringing it back up. It might be a little too soon to talk about it, but all right, here it is on the old screen. Oh gosh, are we getting what sport it is? I think I'm assuming it's football. Is that a fair assumption?
It's a very good assumption.
Okay. Now, is 16 this person's number? Is this one of these things where they're like 16 champion, or how people will do that?
This is legit his number.
Okay. Jeff Gordon.
The football, man. Football.
Yeah. Known football. Number 16. Ugh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Mr. Terry Francona. It sucks, doesn't it?
Steven's guessing Joe Montana.
Okay. All right.
Is it Joe Montana?
It is not.
I was going to say that it doesn't look like it would be Montana. It looks like a G. Is the last name start with a G?
It does.
It's not like Mean Joe Green. Jeff George? Paul's guess?
No.
It's not Mean Joe Green because he's not number 16. Jeff Garcia?
No.
Okay, who is this? I don't think I know this.
This is Jared Goff.
Oh, gosh. I forget he even exists.
I know you do. All right, here's the next one.
This is just some random doctor.
Number 12.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
I mean, what even is that?
A horrible signature.
Uh-huh. Number 12. And the last one was Jared Goff. So are these all of the starting quarterbacks of the NFC North or something?
They are not.
So it's not J.J. McCarthy.
No. It's not Caleb Williams.
Alex Smith? No.
Good guess, but no.
Gosh, I don't even know on this one. Al Bundy. Good guess.
Hey, that's Mr. Al Bundy to you.
Is it really? Is it Andrew Luck?
Yes, it is.
I would have
to win.
So these are number 1 overall picks. Is that what the theme is?
Hey, there you go. Yep.
Okay. I would have guessed that Andrew Luck would have a more, with him how intelligent he is, you would think he would have a, yeah.
Yes. All right. There you go.
Myles Garrett. Okay, I got that one. 95 helped there. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That one that one was pretty easy. And you're also in my you're in the AFC North. I'm not. Is Joey B next? No, there's no way you could throw up Joe Burrow.
No, I probably used. I didn't use Joe Burrow, man. You would have got that easily.
Yeah, you're not that nice. You're not that nice.
I don't know.
I would have had to have. Oh, did you only do 3? I guess you do only usually do 3, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Myles Garrett for sure, says old Paul Reese.
I do 3 in the theme. 3 in the theme.
Yes, and I did 4 because the theme I'm telling you because.
Yep.
And I don't know that I'll ever not have it. I just more like Paul Bacco deserved a mention on today's podcast.
Crazy.
See, when I think I didn't realize, like, if you would ask me who did Paul Bacco play for, I would have said Cubs. Like, as far as because every player that you think of has a team that
Yep. No Mark Garciaparra.
Red Sox.
Correct. Even though he played for 8 teams.
Yeah, he's a Red Sox. Yeah,
and
Dodger.
Okay. Randy Johnson.
Diamondback.
Greg Maddux.
Brave. What?
Nothing.
I mean, who else did he even pitch for? Padres, right?
Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. And I don't even know.
Dodgers star Greg Maddux. That's right. Yes. Yes.
It's like, I mean, when you think of Shaq, you definitely think of the Celtics.
Shaq?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm weird. I think of him as a Magic. I know that's like because I have his rookie card, and it's obviously You
don't think of him as a Cav?
No.
Or a Sun? I do like
Celtic for the win, man.
Yeah, it's funny with that. Okay,
Mike Piazza is another one that you can do that with.
Mets.
Yeah, but Piazza played for a bunch of teams.
Really?
Yeah, man.
See, when I think of him, I just think of the Mets.
Piazza played for the Dodgers, Florida Marlins,
Mets,
San Diego Padres, and even the Oakland Athletics.
Okay, and see, this makes sense because, again, this is showing my age. I was born in 97, and from 98 to 05, he played for the Mets. So for the majority of my life, he was a Met. I was alive for, I guess it was a little over 1 when he was a Dodger.
Ricky Henderson, Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though he played for 8 different teams.
Oh. One of the trivia questions I had was name the starting 5 for the Dream Team in the championship game versus Croatia. Uh-oh. Steven! This is your...
No!
Can you... Okay. Can you do it?
Name the starting lineup from the team that beat Croatia?
Here, let's wait like 30 seconds in case Steven is going to write this down.
Who was that?
92
Dream Team.
92 Dream Team was this. I'm curious to see if Steven can do this. Name the starting 5. So it was what? LeBron, Anthony Davis,
Dirk Nowitzki.
He's not American. Luka, Giannis, and Yao Ming, right? Okay.
Gianna, yeah.
Okay, see if you can do it.
All right, Jordan, Pippen. Let's see. Isaiah Thomas, Patrick Ewing, and
Magic?
Charles Barkley.
So that would have been your 5?
That would have been my guess.
Jordan, Barkley, Bird, Johnson, and Pippen is... How did you miss Magic? Okay, Magic was on there. So Jordan, Barkley, Bird, Johnson, Pippen. Is that right, Paul? I don't deny it. Listen, when it comes to the Dream Team...
Larry Bird. I forgot about Larry Bird. Larry Legend. The
Hick from French Lick, right?
Yes.
Karl Malone was also starting, apparently.
Boo!
Karl Malone instead of Pippen. Okay. Good job, Steven. 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have gotten, and it was Ewing, not Barkley. Okay. So you said Ewing, though, did you not? I think you did. Yeah, I think you said both of them. You said both of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, I wouldn't have been able to do that. NASCAR, though, heads to Oh, what were you saying?
I said Jordan, Pippen, Ewing, Barkley, and then I know. I wouldn't want Isaiah Thomas getting pissed off.
You okay?
Butt hurt.
You okay?
Then,
Hey.
yes.
Hey. It's okay.
NASCAR. IndyCar races at Barber this week.
They're getting their haircut? Oh, do you have a Derby
The
pick?
track is called Barber.
Do you have a Derby? Can you name one horse in the Kentucky Derby this weekend?
Isn't there a nasty? Isn't there a horsepower? Isn't there what's the there's a horse that's owned by Dale Earnhardt, or not Dale Earnhardt. There's a NASCAR horse this week.
There is something let me pull up the list here. There is some. Okay, so I'm going to just list you off the horses when I'm done with these, I want you to come up with your Derby horse winner, okay? So Admire Daytona. Admire Daytona is the one you're thinking of.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So you have,
okay,
are you ready? Citizen Bull, Neo
Are these
Equos.
in order of odds?
No, this is in post. This is in post order. This is in post order.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because, I mean, who bets on the odds? It's cheating. Like, you got to bet on the name alone. Neo Equos, Final Gambit, Rodriguez, American Promise, Admire Daytona, Luxor Cafe, Journalism, Burnham Square, Grande, Flying Mohawk, East Avenue, Publisher, Tistastic, Render Judgment, Coal Battle, Sandman, Sovereignty, Chunk of Gold, and Owen Almighty.
So we have journalism and we have publication.
Publisher, yes.
Publisher.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Paul's pick is American Promise. 30-1, Paul. I like it.
Daytona.
30-1. Look at you go. Hey. So my grandma always said that you pick the horse, the jockey that has pink on his silks. That's Rodriguez at 12-1. So Rodriguez is going to win the doing. Yeah, I'm wondering if the American Promise is out of American Pharoah. That would make sense. But then again, also journalism. I feel like we kind of have to be pro journalism, right?
Yeah.
Are you pro Sandman? Do you like Adam Sandler?
Yeah. Who was the other? There was a couple that you listed there at the very end that I was like kind of intrigued by.
Okay, so the last five were Coal Battle, Sandman, Sovereignty, Chunk of Gold, Owen Almighty.
Chunk of Gold.
30-1. Good job. Only long shots.
That's what we do here.
What did you? Chips just sitting on your bed?
Mm-hmm.
Those Sun Chips.
I'm not allowed to show the.
Oh, okay.
The logo
cool.
on the.
Oh, yeah. Because let's be real, it's not like we're giving out any free publicity on this show. People are lining up to be a sponsor. But yes, NASCAR is at Texas. We don't need to recap last week. Nobody really cares. Okay, so we move on. Yeah, you had a really good week, Leroy. Paul and I both got 1 point. Good job, Paul. Good job. You're winning big now, Leroy. You've got a big lead. But a lot of races still to come. They're at Texas this week. Who you got as your pick for this week's NASCAR race?
John wants Blaney.
He can have Blaney. Okay. I'll take William Byron.
Going with Bell.
You are allowed to do that, Christopher Bell. Steven, last week you took Ricky Bobby. Sadly, he did finish in last. You're going with Cale Yarborough this week.
Atta boy.
I like it.
If Cale Yarborough wins NASCAR this week, I will dance naked at the 50-yard line of Green Bay Lambeau Field.
Can we just not have that? Oh, Paul is also picking William Byron. Okay. Well, he's put the jinx on it. Thanks, Paul. Last time we both picked the same driver. We both got 1 point as well, Paul. So I don't like these odds. But I'll stick with it for this week. Okay. Well, next week we'll be back for the next one. Yes, Cale Yarborough is dead. He died. I just looked it up in 2023.
Yeah.
So
they had a whole ceremony for him and everything.
Listen, he might raise from the dead.
Things have happened.
He might raise from the dead between now and then. We really don't know now, do we?
Happened.
Stranger things have definitely happened. Next week on the show, who knows what we might get into, because who knows what could happen between now and then. Leroy, it's been fun.
Yeah, and again, our thoughts and prayers with the fan who fell in Pittsburgh tonight, hoping that he's all right and that he didn't die, because it really looked like he died. I hope he's okay. I haven't gotten an update 'cause we've been on the show, but hoping that he is all right. And so the Rockies are at 5 wins. The White Sox are at 7. We'll see how many more they add to it by the time we get to the week next week.
I think I saw that the Rockies were on pace for 24 wins.
24. Yep. 24. That is horrendous. Chris Bryant, rest in peace. What a shame. What a real shame.
Rest in peace. We'll see you next week. Have a good rest of your week, Leroy, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.